Welcome to Jerk and Jollof with the Joofs, and thank our sponsors, Jerk and Jollof Restaurant, 37 Manor Road, Wallington. Go there, hit them up for your Jerk and Jollof. It's absolutely amazing. Yep, so really we're just going to go straight into it. We're talking about blended families. As you can see, we all are here, blended families, and we just want to know about people's experiences, really. So, 100, do you have anything to add, or does anybody want to just chime in? Yeah, man, throw you straight in there.
So, blended families.
I don't know about blended families, really.
You don't know?
No.
We are.
You are a blended family.
No. This is family. This is not just.
I think you should start with.
But I know where you're trying to go with this, and you're trying to draw me out from early. So I'm just like.
Okay, so
let's start from here. Like Daniela,
when you first.
And you know this as well. Do you know this as well? Yeah. I just feel like just have like a bit of like. From the left to the right, I can't just skip over the table to me straight away.
No, but why not? You've got experience.
Yeah. You can.
Okay, your mum is married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mama.
Yeah, your mama. And
your mama's married.
And your dad is married as well, but they're not married.
Yes, I am.
They're not together. They're not together. So you are blended. That's a blended family. Yeah. So.
How can you not have an opinion?
How was it? Like, how was it having?
How's your stepdad?
Yeah, how'd your stepdad?
I'd have a stepdad.
Why didn't you have a stepdad?
My mum's married, isn't it?
Word?
She got you know what I mean?
So
what's your relationship like with him?
He's cool, isn't
Do
it?
you even have one? Like,
do you have his phone number?
Best buddies.
No.
Why don't you have his phone number?
Buddies, fishing and all that.
That's your man. That's your man. That's your man.
Imani, what about
you guys ever been fishing together or anything like that?
Nah.
Yeah?
Big man, I'm even mad.
No, but do you have his phone number?
do you play darts? Play darts together?
No.
Do you have Daniela's phone number?
Yes.
So why do you have Daniela's phone number and you don't have your stepdad's?
Because Big Dukes.
Yeah,
We
what
have
does
a
that mean?
relationship.
There's more rating.
So why don't you have a relationship with your stepfather?
It's not I don't have a relationship, innit? We just never got along. Let's see now, as I'm older, more cordial and stepping like, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, cool. Something to me. And that's it.
You stop greasing. Now you're older. You stop greasing him up.
Yeah,
so it's respectful, but there's not a relationship.
It's not about me, innit? When you're young, it's about you, innit? Like you're coming into my house and family house, and you're trying to be the man in the house, but I'm the man in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
What kind of issues did you come across with him then?
Was it like, you're not my dad, don't tell me what to do, I run the house, was it like that? Like,
About the stupid accent, yeah, basically. Yeah, that's it, innit? Basically, I'm a big man.
so
From young, I
When you first met him,
You wasn't. How old is you?
No, but I feel like even then I was probably like,
no, you was.
I was like 18 or something.
Yeah,
19.
so-
So
18? Was you that old already?
Nah.
She was younger than that.
17.
No.
He was actually in college
Remember,
or something.
Shoshana's how old? 10.
11, just turned 11.
10, 11. So yeah, I must have been about 18.
Yeah, you using college.
Must have been about 18.
So how was that? A new man coming in?
It was dead.
But why specifically was it dead? Though?
Yeah,
Yeah, but obviously I'm just like that anyway, innit? With the women in my family, I'm a bit overprotective anyway, innit? So
But what did he display maybe
Yeah.
to you that caused you to dislike him? Was it
Did you
just
dislike
that
him
he
from-
didn't befriend you? He
Do you think he was doing too much? Like his parenting?
Or did he try, or was he trying too much in the
your
beginning?
dad? Was he
Or
trying to
what
be
was
your
it
dad?
that?
do you know what it is, yeah? Whereas I don't know what he's used to, innit? So remember, when you're coming into my zone, you kind of gotta be on my wavelength. That's how I saw it, innit? Like, I'm not really trying to. I don't really care what happened over there, wherever you come from. This is you coming to my territory, so you kind of need
Give an
to.
example of when he came in, how he acted.
For example, it's not just little things. It's just little things, isn't it? Just like, especially as well, yeah. Me and my dad have a good relationship. Do you understand? And my dad don't.
we do.
And my dad don't. Obviously, we have our ups and downs and our rows and that. But on the whole, my dad don't talk to me mad. Like, you understand? Like, you don't talk to me mad. We have that level of respect for each other.
Shut up. Yeah? Shut your mouth, yeah?
Oh, this barley man, joke, man. But yeah, so that's crazy for another man, whether it's like him or any other man just in the world. You can't come and chat to me crazy. If my parents won't chat to me crazy, what makes you think you can come and chat to me crazy?
What was
Do you
he
understand?
said to you?
That's
was
what I
the
want
first
to know.
thing
So
What
was
the
he
crazy
being
thing he
crazy?
said, you know what I mean?
How? What was he saying?
that got you into
You know what? The maddest thing was, obviously, the maddest thing without going too deep into it, yeah? But
We want deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want.
No.
Alright, one time.
Man took off his
In
belt.
One
bed,
time?
Kev. In bed,
Man
Kev.
had that,
One
man had
time.
that belt buckle and it spun around and that.
No. Shut up. But listen, one time, man went, can't remember, I went out or something, whatever happened in it, but I woke up with a mad headache. Yeah? So I've gone in the
What, he
kitchen
slapped you in
now.
your sleep?
Let him speak.
Sorry,
Can I answer?
sorry.
Are you just gonna run jokes?
Sorry.
Ballhead, man.
Sorry.
You had a headache.
Alright, so I had a mad headache. Woke up late or whatever. Bam. I remember boy, child, more time, them age there, just naturally, man's a little bit messy, innit? Like little things, innit? Like, might leave a little crumbs on the surface, little things and that. 1, 2 things, you know what I'm saying? But remember, that's how I've been living. My little sister might pattern it out for me, or mum might pattern it out for me. Obviously, man can clean up myself, but if it's a little thing, they might just, do you know what I mean? So, gone downstairs now, made some toast, took my tablets, innit? Had a headache, innit? Little headache tablet, little, you know what I'm saying? Little 1, 2, Nurofen, little 1, 2, little, you know what I'm saying?
Nurofen.
So I'm upstairs now in my room, and Donnie's downstairs and that. I don't know what happened the night before, or whatever, but he's lost his mind because I'm hearing mumbling, innit? You see me, I'm very confrontational. So you're not
Got
gonna
that
mumble around me, and I'm gonna say, well, speak up, innit? Like, what are you saying? Like, you're mumbling. I'm upstairs, I can hear you mumbling, innit? So he's on the thing like, oh, this messy, come and clean up something. So I'm saying, what? Like, who are you talking to? That's a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? Like, who you talking to? So, gone downstairs now. Now I've gone to the top of the stairs. I'm saying, pardon? Like, you're mumbling, like, speak up. I can hear you saying something. Like, what's wrong, innit? He's like, oh, you know, you should get a big man or something mad. Like, you should come downstairs and clean up this. What?
Wow, instructions.
Like,
Did he swear?
Nah, I don't think so. Kind of flew that staircase quickly, you know what I mean? But he just said something mad that my mum don't talk to me like that. Do you understand? My mum's that, like the one who I respect in the house, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? So just left it for a second. I said, you know what? Let me just. He's tired or whatever. I'm just.
So was it the fact that he was asking you to clear up or clean up, or was it the delivery?
It's the
It was the
delivery.
The tone,
With
yeah?
me, it's all about delivery, innit? So I've left it. Then he's still mumbling. He's in the front room now. And my bedroom's above the front room, innit? So I can hear man just chatting. I think he's ironing as well. Like, he's ironing, so he's angry, you get me? He's in the angry thing, ironing. I can hear
Working
him.
himself up.
steaming.
Yeah, it's steaming.
Thing
You know what I'm
press
saying?
up proper though.
You get me?
Phone straight, fam.
So he's arguing now. So now him and my mum's kind of getting into it. Like, well, to be fair, like, he's a big man. Like, you can't really just chat to him. Like, I don't talk to him like that. So, do you know what I mean? So Donnie's just still talking, bro. And you see me, I get like, I had to. You know what? It's mumsy. Sometimes you don't want to be the one that's doing too much and affecting her happiness as well. At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, cool. Let me just hold my tongue. Let me just cool. But as I've so my mum's gone downstairs now, and them lot are having a little debate in the front room, innit? But I've still heard my name, innit? CJ, like he thinks there's only one other he in the house, innit? So it's me, innit? So,
Bro, cool man,
so as I'm coming down the stairs, you see me, I'm on this sneaky thing, innit? So I'm creeping down the stairs. So when I bust open the front room door, it's a surprise thing. Get me? So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm creeping down the stairs, I can hear it. So I'll bust open the front door and a mad one that car. Remember, I got a headache as well, you know, so I'm extra pissed
On
off
smoke,
now.
yeah?
So I'm saying, what, like, what's all this mumbling? What's all this talking about? Like, why are you, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it escalated, innit?
Oh, chat.
Got mad. And you know what I mean?
What happened?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Scuffle.
And then?
What happened, bro?
And then?
Fisticuffs.
Physical.
Yeah, it got a bit mad. It got a bit mad.
Drinks
How was
and
that for
that.
your mum, though?
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Yeah.
On the real,
Big up Auntie Jew on them ones. She's a rebel from there.
bring up Mumsy, but the mad, obviously it's real, innit? Like, so we're doing this podcast and we're doing real. Like, the maddest thing about that whole situation was not even for Mumsy too tough, because at the time, remember, I'm on a thing like, I've tried to be cool, innit? I've tried to be civil at first, and he's just doing too much. Do you understand? Like, he's meant to nip that in the bud quick, and if you're not going to nip it in the bud, I'm going to nip it in the bud. Do you understand? So, which I did. But the only thing that I really regret about it is one of my youngest sisters was there. The child that they shared together. Do you get me? I remember she was young. So, like,
Was she crying?
she came out and saw man doing what man was doing, innit? So even growing up, like your little sister, like baby, she's like, come on, bam, bam, bam. Like, I even clocked, like, when I was growing up, like, she had that little... That's what I mean. Like, that's her dad, innit? Do you know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I regret about the situation.
That's always kind of like the worst thing when those sort of like situation happens, especially if there's young kids about. It's like the kind of like the effect that it has on them, because it can be quite traumatic for them, obviously, because they're saying, right, you know, they haven't really seen anything physical like that before, and then all of a sudden they see that and it's like their family members. So obviously it must be like quite stressful for them. So yeah. But you know what it is though, like speaking like from like being in his position right before because obviously like me and Daniela, we have our own child Naya, and we have Josh as well. As a man or as a parent, an adult coming into a situation, you can't just come into a situation and not understand that you're the adult. It's for you to make the child feel at ease and make the child feel happy. You get what I'm saying? The child's happiness is the most important fact. And if that adult is not doing that, then they need to be looking at the door, because like you're obviously not responsible, and you actually don't even really deserve to be in the position that you're in, because you know, if a woman or a man, whichever person it is, they invite you into their lives, or you decide that we're going to make a life together, and you know, we have children, and obviously the children are paramount. They're the most important factors of that relationship, and it is very important that the person takes time. Don't do too much, because I think like sometimes, you know, you get they're trying too hard.
Take the mic, the child can see like boundaries.
Yeah. But you know, you've got to be natural, and you've got to kind of like, you know, just kind of like
respect
try
boundaries.
You got to work out like who the child is as well, innit?
100%.
Because like children are different, and remember, children, especially if you're coming into their home, that child's already got a routine. That child's already got, like, do you know what I mean? Like me and CJ, we already had a routine. Like we joked and we laughed with our mum. We did and like I said, like if our dad doesn't talk to us in a certain way, you're definitely not going to talk to us in that manner, because that doesn't run for us. Do you know what I mean? You can't then come and change it because you're
like little things that you can say, oh, where to eat, where not to eat. What do you mean, bro? Like man's taking man's plate to man's room, and man's eating it. That's what man's doing. That's what man's been doing. You're not gonna come and tell man eat man's food in the front room. How, bro?
And the thing is, I think that if even you know you're sort of like you know, you're bringing yourself into a new family, and there's certain things that you're not crazy about, you just got to bite your tongue, and you've got to kind of like wait until the time is right to kind of like present that issue and say, okay, well look, boom, because that time you've already got a rapport and you've got a relationship with the child. If obviously after that, because I mean we've had a situation, you know, with our stepson recently, actually not too long ago, right, and he knows I love him to bits and that as well, but like we had a situation where he was doing too much. It was just one of those days where he was doing way too much. He was talking a bit disrespectful and stuff, and I wasn't having it. And we built a relationship over years that made me feel as though, no, I'm going to spaz. Because like I was just like, I spent years of kind of like hearing you be a little bit too cheeky sometimes, and I think, okay, like we'll just allow it. But on this particular occasion, I spazzed, and I think it was kind of like within my right to spaz. Maybe I was like a little bit too much, but still at the same time, too much. But at the same time, we've got a good relationship, and I think even after, because sometimes you know you give each other a little bit of space, and after a few days, you sort of like we came together, hugged it out, and just kind of like spoke, squashed it, and just kept it moving. And I think personally, it's kind of like our relationship's been the better for it as well. Yeah, so like I was saying, it was like really good the way we kind of like obviously discussed it afterwards, very briefly, and just kind of like just said, you know what, the most important thing that I kind of like said to my feelings, that like it's normal. Families argue and fight. So if you're not arguing and fighting, that's actually more not normal. Like, don't
that's
have
fake.
Any type of beef, you know what I mean?
100%.
So we had a little bit of beef, we sorted it out, we hugged it up, and you know, ultimately as well is that I still feel as well that the other thing is that everybody needs to kind of like know their boundaries, because there's always going to be boundaries. You still got an adult and you still got a child. Once you're a child in that house and I don't care if you're 35, like you ain't, you know, you're not an adult, you know what I mean? You're still a child, and that's
35 is a mad thing, though. You got that. That's what I'm talking about. And I said 35. No, but his thing is always, I'm 100.
Yeah, man.
Don't matter if you're 75.
No, you can't do it. No. My thing is, right? Listen. From old African or black culture, right?
Yeah,
once you're adult in the house,
2020 though.
I don't care what you're in.
I'm just saying, it's culture, it's different. Like,
but it's generational.
Generational, yeah.
Your generation.
That's what I'm saying.
So my generation, and you know full well that my thing is like, once I get my grizzly on, and like I'm just like, and it's that time. It's crunch time. When it's crunch time,
He's gonna put the pause on him. He's gonna put the pause on him.
crunch time, everyone's just got to shut up, bro.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, but you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is, yeah? The difference between...
That face there.
the difference in that, in the situations is that my man, he came in when I was 18, 19. Do you understand? So in my eyes... in whatever, I'm moving like I'm a big man. Do you understand? I'm doing my thing anyway. Do you understand? He's not doing nothing for me. I'm doing my thing. Where it's a bit different, I feel like you came in like Josh's life when he was a lot younger, and you was doing certain things for him. Do you get it? So his appreciation for you would have had to been a bit different for mine. Do you understand? That's where it levels up a bit. You can't, not saying you have the right to do whatever, but you have that bit more leeway to get your grizzly on every now and then, because it's like, well, I'm doing this for you and it's all good and rosy when I'm doing this for you. So when I'm upset with you, you can't. I should be allowed to be upset with you as well.
And the most important thing is the relationship.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a whole relationship. You and my man never had a relationship. Do you get? So even though you're 18, he still could have come in and built a relationship with you.
Begged it a bit, innit?
Well, okay, now flipping on to
I've got a stepdad, and he's been in my house since I was born. So to be fair, I have respect for him, and he could discipline me. He did discipline me when I was young and whatnot. So, and I respected it because he's been there. So I can't really tell him nothing about himself. So, it does definitely depend on whether you have a relationship with them or not, and whether you build it and take the time to build it with them as well. Because if you don't take that time, then it's just going to be another person in your yard that you just see walking by, to be fair. Legit.
And when I say beg it a bit, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean it in a way of that, like, when you come into a situation, right, and you see...
Begging is begging.
No, listen, what I mean is, if you come into a situation, right, and like, let's just say, for example, you come home from work, or whatever the case is, and there's a youth there that you're trying to build a relationship with, you might not feel like chatting to the youth. Like, it's like if I come into you might think, and you've got to kind of like try and be that, because you have to consider their feelings. You get what I'm saying? And that's the paramount, most important thing. That's what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Not begging it though, because
you know what I mean.
It's not begging. It's called making effort. It's called effort.
So, did you like us?
I think I met CJ first. And I thought, he's cool. But I was still a little bit like, I'm not quite... You kind of gave me a little bit of like a side eye.
Like, wait until you met me in it. And you thought, they're all right. They're all right.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. But, definitely. CJ, I was a bit like, I felt like you was a bit like, you're right, but I'm watching you type of thing. Yeah, Imani definitely was kind of like side-eyeing me, giving me that... That's my dad. Yeah, I could hear all the voice. That's my dad over there, giving me that.
But she always says my dad though. That's what she does. My dad.
And she used to get mad at me for saying my dad.
It's not really my dad. It's just dad. It's just dad.
But it's still my dad.
Standard dad.
It's my dad.
And Cheyenne, I just knew where.
Come on, I'm easy, man.
I knew how to get that one.
It's food, isn't it? It's food.
One harvester, a dessert.
Get any leftovers.
Straight to my heart. Straight to my heart, man. Straight to my heart.
Dinner and a day. We just spent a nice day together.
We had a day.
And I knew from that day, and she confirmed it the other day.
Yeah.
That was the day that I got. I was like,
definitely. She gave me some patty.
Popcorn.
She got me some popcorn. She just fed me all day, really.
fed me all day.
Hey, we know this. We know this.
We rolled together.
But that's different. Maybe if you fed me too.
I like to eat. You wasn't even there. Where was you?
No, I don't know. You
I had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh, that one.
I never had a boyfriend in my life.
But you guys connected on
Wait,
the
but then hold on, y'all. Boyfriend?
Exactly. What's that?
That's another show. Right. But yeah, no, Imani and I, we sat down one day, but I felt like she was just proper checking me out, it's like, I was like, asking me these questions, but we connected on like our dance and our performing arts and programs, and we just had one day where we just sat and spoke, and that was it. I feel like, that was it. Got that one. That was the one I thought was going to be the toughest one, to be fair. I thought, this one's...
That's why I said it's important to have a relationship, because I always say that I have like a stepmom, I have a second mom, but then I call my mum's husband her husband. I don't say I have a stepdad, and that's just because we don't have a relationship. It's not
Why don't you have a relationship?
Because we don't
I'm saying, let's talk about your experience. Because you was under the roof for way longer than I was, wasn't it?
Listen,
still did it.
My thing is that...
like that.
My thing is that
Talk about when you took your cup.
Do you know? She was mad. This girl don't get mad. She don't get mad for nothing.
About the cup.
She don't get mad for nothing. But that day,
Draw me out.
she was pissed off. Go on.
Listen, I'm zen.
Tell it.
Tell your truth.
Listen,
Tell your
listen.
truth.
I want to hear the cup story. What
I don't
happened?
even remember, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, sure you don't.
Basically, I had a cup, right? It was a green cup.
Green.
Green cup. Got from McDonald's, you know. And
The Radina cup. The Radina cup.
the Coca-Cola one. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I left it on the side, and it had a little side table, and then obviously I forgot to move it, innit? I just left it there. And then next day, I'm looking through the cupboards, and I'm a bit scornful, as you know. I have my own cup in my house, so no one putting their lips on my cup. Anyway, I was looking through the cupboards now. Can't find the green cup. So I'm just like, Mum, where's the cup? And she's like, ask my man. So I said, yo, my man. Where's the cup? Where's the cup? You know? And he's like, I don't know. He said something, and I don't know if he chuckled, something like that, but it just got under my skin, innit? Because it's not that deep.
No,
like,
but we want to know where's the cup, bro?
Oh, now I don't know what the cup is. And I'm the type of person that when I get angry, I talk to myself. Do you know what I mean? So I was sitting down, we was both on the sofa, yeah. He was at one end, I was at the other. And I was like, it's dumb. Like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean? Like, if you wear my cup, like, I don't get it. Like, but I'm just talking out. So I'm not talking to him. But do you know what I mean? Then he's going, what do you mean I'm dumb?
No way.
You said it, not me.
Like, all that stuff. I said, I didn't say you're dumb. I said, it's dumb. Innit? Like,
What year was that?
I was in secondary school. I was like,
We can rush him now. He's back, you know.
so dumb. Like, and he's like, he just went to 0 to 100. But my thing is like you don't have this. Where does energy come from? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just chill out. It's not that deep. He's also like, I'm not dumb and da 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 da. But do you know what it is? I just felt like he knew that me and my brother didn't really
Like him.
like him
him
or
at
check him.
all.
I'm not even gonna say I don't like him. I don't have anything against him. Like, my thing is that in life, you're not gonna get along with everyone. That's life, period. And you happen to be someone who's in my house when we just don't get along. You're one of those people, and it's just I don't have anything against him at all. Like, I don't hold grudges, nothing at all.
How does your mum feel about the fact that you? I don't know if she has an opinion on the fact that we have a good relationship, but you don't have a relationship with him.
Hey, we need
She's
my
used to it now, or
I mean, that's a deep conversation. So I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, it's yet to have. It's yet to have.
We're getting deep.
we're here
That's
for.
what we're here for.
No, but I don't want to.
Hey, we need my mom here to
No,
back
but
you up on that.
no, but listen, but you could
My
just
mum beefs me all the time.
generalize and just say, boy, she's not happy about it.
I don't think anyone would be happy about it, but I think she definitely like just felt like it is what it is right now, and obviously like I'm grown in it. Like I'm not like a big.
You're not
girl in the house.
35.
Yeah, I'm not 35, but I'm still old enough in it. And my thing is that I have a really close relationship with my dad as well. Like, you know, it's my guy. So like, who are you to talk to me like that? Like, I didn't even get bad up from my teachers. Like, even my teachers in school couldn't even talk to me like that. And do you know what it is? My thing is that I'm very calm. Like my sister said, I'm very calm. So you're angry and I'm calm. I think that makes that person more angry. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, okay, you're mad. Like, you know? Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's silly, and I just don't. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm a kid to you. You're a big man.
But you're still stern away from the question that was asked.
What? What happened to the cup? I don't know what the cup
No,
was.
that's not the question that was
What
asked.
the
We're
cup?
talking about how does mum feel
about it.
Oh, obviously she's not happy with
Nah, I
it.
hear all that, but what gone with the cup though? That's what I want to know.
So basically, he hit the cup because he didn't.
I hit the cup.
So he didn't like.
Wait there, hold on. Did he wash it out and hide it, or did the man just leave it
He didn't
there?
like the fact that I left the cup on the side. Okay. And to be fair,
He's a big man, you know. He's a big man.
It was your day.
Go on.
he drank out of the cup first and then he hit it.
Man left it there. Like,
listen, I really don't understand the story because I feel like it's really silly. But like the cup was on the side and he didn't like the fact that I left the cup on the side, but I left it. And do you know what I mean? Just put it in the sink. Like, it's so good. He drinks a cup of tea, right? And sometimes he leaves his mug there too. I don't go, oh yeah, Tuesday I picked up the mug and I put it in the sink. You just do it. We all live in a house. If you see something out of place, you just put it in the thing. But But it's like, no, I want you to do it. Like, no, stop. But anyway, he hid the cup, whatever. After all the argument and all comes back in, here's your cup, all that. Okay, so you had the cup. You knew that. Like, my thing was I actually thought that you threw the cup away. That was my whole thing.
Was the cup clean?
It was clean.
Okay.
I think I threw it away anyway after, because I just thought it was silly.
You're scornful, innit? You're scornful like that.
So a quick question, right? So what does everybody feel like time frames are? Like, say for example, like you meet somebody new, like, you know, we met. How long do you think it should be before you kind of like introduce the kids? What do you reckon is like the kind of like the time frame?
If you're dating, then obviously that's something you will bring up eventually.
Yeah.
But it's not something a straight away thing because you don't know how that situation is going to unfold.
Right.
And how?
But what point did you reach when you thought, okay, now I'm going to introduce Malaya to?
My thing was different. I just told everyone from the off.
Oh, wow.
You just told what?
My princess is my princess, innit? I let them know from the off.
No, but when did you introduce her?
Oh,
Yeah,
about a year.
Oh yeah, raw.
That's all right.
To be certain, you were certain.
Yeah,
because if you're just dating people, let's say like it didn't work out.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, okay, here's this one.
Meeting
This
random.
is
But
Chantel.
a year's not even long. A year's kind of a year's not long. You know the reason why I feel like a year's a little bit long. The only reason I feel like a year's a little bit long is because, like, say, like for example, you introduce them now, right? And then like the kids don't like him or her. Then like you kind of like a whole year has gone by.
No, but it depends as well on the age of the kids, doesn't it?
I think it
because
does.
if they're grown kids, it's different. Yeah, and I think if they're younger kids, you've got to be more mindful of that.
They're going to be introduced to different people.
Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah, but I do think also for a man, a year probably isn't as long as a woman who's maybe got a child that lives with a child. You know, like. Permanently, not saying that men don't, but just saying that if you was in a situation as a parent where
that's the norm. The norm is that the children are normally with the mum.
Yeah,
not in all cases.
Generally,
the
norm.
But yeah, I think it's a lot harder that way because then it means we're very limited. But even though I was very adamant that we were going to date, so we were dating.
You were adamant, yeah?
Yes. Wow. We were dating. We're going to court.
He got put through his paces.
I want to go out and get to know you. I don't want you to come into my house and sit down in my house. That wasn't the plan.
And do you think like you need to introduce them to family and friends first so they can get a feel of the kids?
Before the kids.
That's the point, actually.
And do you think it's important, like, if you both have kids, to like maybe like I wouldn't say play dates, but depending on how old the kids are.
Yeah.
Obviously, like he was younger than us, but we still like. Did you feel like, oh, what if my son don't like
us,
his kids?
Yeah.
And did you feel like, what if your kids didn't like?
Their questions.
Or did you feel like, oh, I don't care?
That's taking a little bit too much into consideration because the reason I say that is that like children, I think like they're not always like consistent. So say for example, if a kid has quite kind of like had a shit day or whatever else it is, they might not get on with another kid as well as they might do another day. So sometimes I just think that you just like throw them together and just let them see how they get along.
Yeah, I think Josh was a bit overwhelmed because obviously it's been me and Josh.
Yeah, definitely.
And even though I've got a big family and there's cousins and whatever else, it was just a whole different experience with him because you lot were like, as soon as you lot came in, it was like
rowdy bunch.
Yeah. Josh was a bit.
Did
like,
he even say anything to you, like, Mama, they come around today?
No, but he would ask. He would ask,
he did, but I think it was more about let me brace myself because you know these two were quite full on in terms of that'd be kind of like Josh, Josh would be sitting there playing his PlayStation like thinking, oh my god, these girls like. But I think he's so used to them now that
I think he loves them.
Yeah, I think I would chat you with Josh.
Love it as
Definitely.
well, but I think he was a little bit. It was just a little bit. Out of the ordinary for him. It wasn't his norm. It was just been
loads of
him.
girls in the family as well, isn't it?
And in my family too. So it was. I don't think it was the girls so much, but I think it was just that they were like. Whoosh.
And we're talkative as well, innit? So we're gonna
asking
I
questions.
think it definitely depends on age.
Yeah.
I was like 14, innit?
You could just make her spaghetti bolognese and she's patterned. Now, if your curry goat ain't patterned, it's a myth.
100.
Do you think that there can ever be like too many children? So say like for example, like listen. Say for example, right, a man goes round to a lady's house. She's they're courting, blah blah blah. She says, yeah, I've got a couple of kids. Cause
What? And there's half a football team.
Listen,
Bro.
this happened to me, right? I went to this girl's. I was seeing her, and we're talking. Everything's cool. She goes, yeah, I've got a couple of kids. I can't remember what number she said. You know what, man? The language.
Seven. Man said
sometimes.
Swinging from
whatever.
That's
I went into a yard and it was like a crash, brother. There was kids everywhere.
But they have.
Yeah, she had a bag of kids. No, she had a bag of kids. No, I'm serious, man. There was a bag of kids, and and the thing was, they just kept coming. It was just like there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5. And I was like, wow, all your kids.
And that's the mad. The daddy thing, is the most awkwardest thing. I've had. And this guy's kids try to call man, get your little, get
Push him by the foot like that ain't mine. That kid ain't mine.
Nah, but the number thing is mad though. Because imagine bedtime, you have to put 2 in a headlock and say, you have to pull out a book and hold the story. I heard that. But
so what if
you need an audiobook, fam?
What if we didn't like Daniela? Would that affect?
Oof, that would have been very, very, very.
You gotta get the hell out of here.
How would you have handled that?
Yeah, if we was like,
I think all of us.
But how long was it? Sorry, quickly. Was it before you introduced Daniela to the kids?
A week? No, I don't know. It's probably about.
But the difference is,
we knew each other. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot before you.
Yeah, you know how
We've seen a lot.
we knew each other for
We say holy.
we had met some people beforehand.
That's what's up. Like I was telling them, no.
Not this one.
I think it was like before.
Nigga, you better stop.
You saw the children. It must have been about a good, 6 months maybe.
6 months
or less.
I think it was less.
Less.
I
4?
think you met Josh about maybe 6
Josh, yeah.
6, maybe it's a bit longer.
No, because we knew each other before that.
Yeah, we knew each other.
And then after that, I met Josh.
I think I met.
CJ would have been first.
Yeah, I met CJ quite early.
He's always a bad.
I'm out here. What is it?
You don't knew each other first.
Yeah, we knew
so
each other.
do you think that's why it was kind of quick because you already knew that you guys were
we knew
people.
I knew who he was, so I weren't kind of trying to work out is this man okay?
See, the big man had status. You knew who he was.
Come on.
Look at yourself.
Come on.
Yeah, no, not like that. You weren't
Big
like that.
CJ
Come
from
on,
the bits.
come on.
Big shim.
Another question. So in-laws now. So mother-in-laws. How was it like meeting mum for the first time?
I think it went really, really well. I think because I met your mum and you at the same time.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So I came equipped. I came with flowers, chocolate. Don't you remember?
You didn't give me nothing.
No, but we just had that St. Lucian thing. I was just like, I'm gonna go with the St. Lucian vibe. I was like, yeah.
I remember that day because Auntie Lisa had a dagger on there.
She was just perched on the edge of the sofa though, like, yeah, so she was just drilling me, just asked me the question, but we flowed, we just got on like a house of cards, like,
Dukes don't crack under pressure. She don't crack under pressure.
Mum was like,
Dukes just freestyling off the dome.
Come on.
yeah, she was fine, she was, you know that. She gave me the laugh and everything, so yeah.
What about you,
what
bruv? With Daniela's mum?
What was that like? When did I meet Daniela's mum
We
first?
met her at her house, I remember.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Was it the first time I met her?
Yeah, I think so.
Must have been, isn't it?
Sounds like you two had it quite easy.
No, it was alright.
So then what if your sister didn't like Daniela? Would that be a problem?
If what?
If I didn't like
Auntie Lucy
Daniela.
Daniela.
I think siblings is not as deep.
It's not as deep.
It's not as deep.
Siblings, but I mean, obviously,
gave you a tool.
She tried to give me the big bro tour because she ain't got no big bros. Like her sister tried to give me the big bro tour.
I see Julie like, come here.
With a wine in her hand.
She said,
You better look after my little sister.
Yeah, that's her. She'll do this.
I remember one time though. I think this is when had we moved in together or not yet? Yeah, I think we'd moved in together, and then like I don't always do crowds. Like sometimes I'm not really in the mood. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for other people, and like we've both got big families. So I remember one time, like the first time she was inviting like, a lot of her family around to her house. Yeah. So like, there's a lot of family around. I had a couple of bits doing anyway, right? So I was kind of scarce.
Ducked out.
So like, though she wasn't too happy about that, I was kind of like scarce. And then like, I think at some stage I must have got a phone call. Like she must have phoned me or something. I spoke to one of your aunties. Yeah, one of your aunties.
She bad it up.
One of the aunties was on the phone. And she was trying to be greasy with me. She's like saying, "Yeah, I hope you're there helping her. I hope you're there helping her clean up and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah." And I think to myself, who's this woman? I don't even know if I'm a kind of pay. She's telling me if I'm there cleaning up. I said, "Nah." I just said, "Nah, I don't do cleaning." You know what I mean? So even though obviously man will pitch in and man will do help with the clean. But on the phone telling me, "Oh, I hope you're cleaning up." I said, "Nah, I don't do cleaning." And then you know that comes back through. She's like, "Oh, okay." And then I thought, back off. You know what I mean? Step out. So, but you've been a little bit sly. You haven't really expressed anything about your
blended families,
because you've had one or two situations with blended families, like not your children, your personal experience.
My thing was a bit different, but when I would come about, he was cool.
What about Rudolph?
Yeah, Rudolph was when you moved.
Yeah, he was there.
Rudolph was
when I come back to London. When I come to London,
he was there.
He
was there for a couple
years.
He was there for a minute, but then he was out of the picture.
Henry said you run him out. You run him out.
Huh?
So you run him out of town.
I didn't run him out, but
my
time was up.
Shoo, nigga.
His time was up.
Time was up.
Yeah. But what was your relationship with him like though?
He was cool. Like,
Rudolph was alright.
Rudolph was calm still.
Right. You know, he had his little low top BMW and he used to cut through. He told me to roll and that. I said no, because I was doing my own thing, and yeah, he was cool. And then when Henry come about, that's when I moved to Brixton Hill. So
Henry run you out?
No. You know the things there already. But yeah, obviously me and KB moved to Brixton Hill and that. So
you didn't have to deal with it. You didn't think
that lovely apartment.
I went there.
That lovely apartment in Brixton Hill.
Walk-in wardrobe and them things. That thing was mad. But when I used to go back and that, Henry was calm. He used to come and he used to try and butter me up with food. Make it like a cowboy rice and them
he was
things
a
there.
bad boy chef.
Bad boy chef.
Cowboy rice. Hardy chef in London.
What's cowboy rice though?
It's like a mix-up. It's like a special fried, but yard style.
But where does the cowboy bit come into it though?
No, don't worry about that.
I'm just trying to work out. I've never heard of that. Cowboy rice.
Cowboy is a wild thing, isn't it? So if it's mixed,
That's
mixed.
it. White.
It's wild.
The rice is white.
What about Nicole and Malaya?
Yeah.
How did they get along?
When Malaya first come,
How did Egypt go down?
he's mad. Cause obviously I hit you up and see you up when the thing was.
I can't remember what happened.
Remember when I was outside in the car? I phoned you in it.
What happened?
Bring it back in, man. I can't remember.
No.
Explain the thing, innit?
When the madness unfolded, obviously I hit you up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is the madness?
What's the madness? Break it down. Yeah, break it down though.
No, it's cool. That
What's the
all
full
that
thing?
madness happened, yeah.
But what's all the madness, bro?
Relax.
No, bro.
Let me talk my talk.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
So when me and Nicole moved in, and but obviously Malaya come about because you know me, I always see my daughter.
Yeah.
So she come and then Malaya was like, "Bruh, this woman is not my cup of tea."
That's it.
So Malaya just like on her phone, I only speak to my mom. So Malaya weren't having it.
Swear.
I know this.
Yeah,
She said that's not my cup of tea. That's
no, Malaya's like that though, innit?
Yeah, Malaya's like that.
She loves her dad. She's not used to that situation. She's young.
She said it's not my cup of tea.
She's outspoken though.
Yeah, she's very outspoken.
Yeah, Malaya's like that because she loves her dad, innit? Obviously,
Daddy's girl.
yeah, we close. Innit? So she weren't feeling it at the beginning. Obviously, you can butter Malaya up at young, innit? It's hard to butter. If it was now,
How old was she?
it would be hard. Like 5, 6.
Okay, yeah, that's buttering ages, man.
But now you couldn't do that. Malaya's she gets down in the kitchen, so if her thing ain't got the right seasoning, she's not trying to eat it.
I hear that.
She's trying to hit that. Can we get takeaway?
I hear that.
Yeah, she's on it. But at the time, it was a bit tough. Yeah, mum.
So it was like a baby mama drama going on.
It went. She was hitting me up saying that she was asking the questions that Malaya was trying to. Obviously, when you're a kid, you're not saying the full story.
Yeah.
You're just throwing out whatever you don't like.
Yes.
And that's it.
What did she say? What was all of the
Malaya
things?
didn't care that. Wow, man, sleeping outside. Like Malaya, you know Malaya's like, yeah, she's throwing all that. So obviously her mum's like, bro, what's going on? Like, and
You even give her a pillow outside and that. You just left her. No.
And obviously, over a period of time, it just leveled out, and everything was kind of cool.
So you didn't have to do anything specific to get her to, you know. Do you remember the moment when she just let go and it's unfolded? And
Did you tell her beforehand, or did you just say, hey?
No, it's kind of Like, because obviously it's like a new place, isn't it? So Malaya was just like, bro, who's this person?
I know Mills had no pre-warning.
No, but did you tell her beforehand?
No.
All I said, I knew it. By the way,
He's like, here's the code.
literally.
No, obviously I've told her, but she because she don't know what to expect. She's just not trying to hear it. She's like, whatever, I'm with my dad. But obviously when she got there, she's like, rah. She went feeling it from the get-go because she's not used to that situation.
Did she feel like she didn't want to share her time?
Yeah, of course.
100.
She's just with me like 24/7. Like, where you going, bro? I mean toilet. Get that. Yeah, that's what she's on.
So what do you not feel about how do you feel about like sibling rivalry? Like do you guys here, do you like, ever have any sibling rivalry?
Yeah. Me and CJ been having sibling rivalry from when we was young. This guy, to this day, he thinks he can knock me out.
To this day.
We have to get the gloves on one day, cuz, and just let him know.
Yeah, we can record it. We can do that. We can put that on YouTube. We can do that.
CJ, I need to go in the gym. I have natural power.
Bro,
I will knock him out anytime.
tour business.
No, but I love it though. I love sibling rivalry. It's like when we go bowling or anything.
Yeah, true.
Blackjack, anything. We have sibling rivalry.
Alright,
Let's not talk about blackjack for now. Let's not talk about that.
Well, anything.
Alright, so
We are naturally competitive family.
no, we are.
So each and every one of us.
So me and my sister over here. I say my beautiful sister over here. So we got same dad, different mum. So did you like me?
Obviously,
From the get go.
I mean, love came into it. Yeah, definitely. I felt like.
How did you feel? Like
What,
and
coming?
how did you like?
Obviously,
I was
you two
young,
live in a house together, innit? So you guys have come from the same household. So I was coming from a whole different household, also from a whole different area as well. You lot had your South Lingo and your South
Was it
Bank.
North West, innit?
Northwest, yeah.
Northwest,
Don't forget
that's
the
right.
West.
That's dead.
Right.
Shout out South.
Wait. Anyway,
dead.
Shout out to Northwest, man. Them still.
it's alright.
Northwest.
That's right.
Northwest.
Just west.
Northwest.
Okay.
Northwest.
Not.
Anyways, so I felt like I was coming to a whole like built dynamic already that did not really need me, kind of thing. I was like featuring in it, kind of thing. So yeah, I felt like a feature. Do you know what I mean? But obviously,
feature. Man's tracks.
so you don't need your ad libs. Do you get me? You don't need your ad libs. But it was all right when. Like we had our moments, you get me, play dollies and that, and it was all right. And then,
But when you teeth the dolly though, what about the
when she let me play her dolly, someone I achieved apparently.
teethed the
But Barbie addiction and all of that, yeah?
Lies.
What? What you teeth for Dolly?
I don't remember. I
She said she might
I
have.
might have. I don't know.
That's the nut
I
wrestling.
could have.
That's
I
the
been
nut
salty.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
wrestling.
She might have tried to have me up about something.
$dollar nut.
Yeah, I might have been salty. Do you get me? I might have. Don't need that. You right. Other than that, we was all right. I think.
So
You had your moments.
I feel like when CJ was there, it was more like balanced. I felt like.
My look, sis. My look, G. You know what I'm saying?
But what's he doing most of the time when you was down? Most of the time.
Yeah, because you were still young, so it wasn't like
Still
you was
young, yeah.
I feel like when we was at your house, yeah. When I was at Amani's house, not so much. You weren't really at the house. Like you was like,
You had your
you was
friends
out, yeah. You was out when I'm at your house. But when I was at Dad's house, and we was all together, and it was like cool. Yeah, I think so. But see, he was my dog, so he balanced things out. I felt like he was on and off. He was a bit hard and cold. You get me? You want to be my friend then, and you want to be my friend sometimes, and sometimes you are feeling me.
you didn't even get with the program or
No.
You know what's so mad, yeah? You should know Shy was my dog, yeah? Remember we went holiday, Gambia. And Shy was trying to scuff pups and that.
Hey, listen.
She was gonna scuff
Listen, it was so funny. Like it was I can't remember what I think it was ramping
You was
or was
play
playing
fighting.
some game or something or another like that. And then for some reason, I can't remember what it was.
Do you know what happened?
They were
it
fighting.
was tag team. So it was you and CJ and me and Pups, yeah. And I think she popped my chain in it.
Shout out Gambia.
Wait.
She
When did I? You always mix things up.
No,
like,
you pop my
I
chain.
steal Dolly, I pop your chain. When did I do these things?
No, that's the rule now. Popping chains. Yeah, you're cool.
Popping chains.
She been gone from early.
Nah, you're making
Right,
stories.
she popped my chain. And I said,
Did you get it back though? Did she run it back?
I
didn't run nothing
Yeah,
back.
I got
Didn't run
mad. I
nothing
got
back.
mad and I pull it on her. Yeah.
When did
And
this
then-
happen? Nah, she's
When
like,
I put it on her, she took it to the big
She
man.
went mad to
That's
the
what
thing.
happened. Does it happen?
What happened was you was holding CJ. You was
no, but you went over there mad.
Nah, I wasn't mad. Still. I wasn't. I was only mad when I saw Dad suffocating CJ. I had him in a whole
Childline.
He wasn't suffocating.
Nah, man. In my eyes, he was. And I was like, get off. Get me. Get off. And Dad wasn't getting off. And he was like holding on to CJ strong. And I didn't like that. So
she backed it. All I remember was Cheyenne getting up and she's like, she backed it. I was just like, and I thought, really? Like, you know that when you see something mad?
Yeah. He said, go outside. She was on the balcony. Go outside. And shut the door. She was on the balcony.
I was like, put her outside. Because I was just like, what is wrong with this kid? Like, you know, it's just like normal. Like,
and he stepped back as though he was kind of shook. I remember he was a bit shook.
Yeah.
My thought was gonna spot me. That's it. Should I put on a big voice for that?
I'm dead.
Nah, but that was weird still.
I'm sorry, but my bro,
Did you feel about like introducing and trying to us? Not really.
Did I feel away?
No way. Which like y'all
I don't remember it. Do you not remember it?
To be honest with you,
Do you know what?
I think I do.
Didn't we go Chinese one time?
What? I remember her sitting in the
Sydenham. I
car.
just remember one time we all went Chinese on spot in Sydenham.
I can't remember.
At the bottom of the hill. I thought that's the first time I saw it.
It was just like
bring me.
No, you know what happened when I was a bad guy. Yeah, when I was a bad guy, when I was like, you know, not proud of myself and I did things that, you know, weren't correct and stuff. So obviously
We need the 411, nigga.
So anyway, yeah. So you know, so
That's not a slag.
so Shine was conceived while I was like already in a relationship. So I'm not proud, but you know that's what happens. And so then obviously I had to make a decision, like at the time of like when we was breaking up, like, you know, like I was talking with your mum and that, and I was like thinking, bro, like this is peak, innit? Like, so like, am I gonna tell her that we're breaking up and that there's a child on the way, or there's a child here already, or am I gonna kind of like just like space this shit out? And I thought,
Some Usher thing. This sounds some
let me think about this. I think that like one at a time is like probably better, because otherwise it's just too much. So then hence why you guys didn't really kind of like know each other like straight away. So I think you guys still met Shine when she was a baby. I think she was still like about like
quite young.
one, like probably like about a year old or something like that. And then that was it. Shine was introduced and stuff. So that was kind of like, I guess, like for you guys to kind of like realize, oh shit, we got a baby sister. This is a whole year old. Shit, but
No, it was cool to have a sister. It was cool.
And
then you know she didn't like me.
Nah, but you didn't know that time I didn't like you.
No, I felt the energy.
So what was you
I felt
doing?
the vibes. I speak energy. I felt the energy.
And you didn't want to fix it?
No, I felt, you know what? Forget you. Yeah, like me. Whatever. She gonna come around. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And then you know, as she got older, you know, it got more lit.
Yeah, when I was like, what, 14, 15?
Not that long.
14, 15.
Yeah.
Me and you was always cool, but for us about 14, 15, I would say. When we moved into, when you and Daniela got together, that's when we was closer, I think.
yeah, I think so.
I feel like maybe we need a woman's touch in the house.
Probably what it was.
Yeah.
I think she, obviously, man don't know it. Remember, she's out west. I don't know how she's moving with her peoples up there.
Yeah,
But I feel
it's
like around that
different.
time as well, she had a bit more sense of humour. And
That's what I told
She was a
her.
bit stiff
She was
at
going to
first.
secondary school then, and I felt like
Yeah,
she
she was a bit
understood
stiff.
banter.
She didn't get a badge. She didn't get a badge. She didn't get a badge.
She thought
I was
we was laughing at her.
No, but the joke was on me though.
It
it
wasn't.
wasn't on you, bro.
Joke is always it's on everyone.
It's on everyone, yeah.
You didn't get it.
No.
Is that a Northwest thing, or you're just like?
Nah,
She was
we
young.
have
She
banter
was
on
young.
each
She
other.
didn't get it.
but I'm saying, remember-
But like Dad was saying, when I come into the fold, I just wanted to be welcomed. You get me?
But
Like,
remember as well, that
was
our
welcome,
bands,
of course he was
our
welcome.
bands sometimes is a bit.
Humiliating.
Do you get me? Like if you're not,
His one is him.
No, he's just like, oh.
if you're not thick-skinned,
You
but I
you
was
could take it
16,
the
but
wrong
you
way.
lot was a bit like savage. You get me? Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's how
No,
the
but-
battle goes. That's how the battle goes.
no,
isn't it?
but on one
You're
person,
like that now.
Yeah,
You
but,
get it.
Exactly.
I'm savage, but I'm coming to a place where I'm not 100% comfortable. Like I'm not all
Yeah,
the
but
way
we don't
comfortable.
do that. We just once you're in.
Yeah, but no, but
Yeah, yeah.
you didn't make me.
I was a kid too.
No, you're here. Once you're around, that's it, bro. We don't see newbie, old.
Yeah, your family.
If there's bats to be
Yeah,
run,
but-
man's running
Yeah,
that.
we're not gonna get you a child gate and say, "Oh, come to you."
No,
when
but
you're
you
ready."
lot, you
bro.
lot saw each other roughly every week, legit. Like you lot were close.
we saw you every weekend,
Nah,
pretty much,
man,
too.
I weren't about
Shy,
every
to be
week.
fair, that's probably about yourself,
Yeah.
not about
Could
me.
be.
It was
It's
a
a
you
you
problem.
That's a you problem,
It
dog.
might have been a me problem. It might have been a
your
me problem.
problem,
I'm
man.
just saying, so
Well, it's
that's why-
understandable understandable though, because these
I'm
are
a
a
child,
lot,
innit? I'm
and
a
they're a
child.
lot, and they're a lot.
And they come together.
Yeah,
do you get
yeah,
me?
yeah.
I come by myself, so it's different.
Yeah, that's what I said. I knew he was gonna come around. I didn't.
But you didn't want to help that?
No, like, you grown. Go figure it out.
So, would anybody here let their partner discipline their child if they weren't the mother or father, so it was the stepfather?
When you say discipline, you got to elaborate.
Come on,
Physically.
my stepdad
Like,
has
what
never
that
put
is.
their hands on me. My stepdad has never put his hands on me.
Physical.
So
Never
how
this
would you
life.
feel if
Obviously.
I'm mashing that man for less.
So what-
Put your hands on my youth. Your guy mad.
so how would you feel that
You
if,
got mad.
if
But
my man
sometimes
puts hands on
fathers
me?
are not
Who's that?
around.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're
We're
asking me
getting
now.
straight,
I'm around, innit? I'm always going to be around.
My baby mother gets down. There's no way that's gonna happen. Nah.
But what if he did?
So if Imani was
Huh?
cheeky one day, I just went,
Yeah. Remember I got cheeky one day, and then Daniela just slapped me on my face,
I'm doing this,
and
yeah.
I was like, Dad, come get her. She slapped me on my
I'll be like, ding, 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 round one. Find it out, girls.
She'll be like, it's your girls.
Now I'll be on Snapchat facts.
face. Now what would you do then?
What would I do?
Yeah.
That's mad. That is mad. I don't know.
Funny, innit? He asked a question.
What would I do?
What you gonna do?
Well, I think no. The first thing is that I'd want to know why she did it, obviously, and then we discuss it.
Okay, imagine the reason was
then I'll kill her.
fantastic.
No.
Are you still going to say...
That should have been boxed. Well, go on.
You know what it is as well. Like, remember, she's
Bro,
she's
I asked you a question. The reason was fantastic.
I'm explaining.
It should have been boxed.
Yeah, I'm
Now
explaining.
what?
I'm explaining. She's an
I
adult now.
remember
Isn't she? She's 25.
Remember she's going to tell her mum
You
as
didn't
well.
hold that.
No, wait. She's 25. So it's like
Rock it out.
So I'm assuming you just said that the reason was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Come on, man. He's got to work it out. They got to work it out between themselves.
No, but
Because they've already got their relationship as well. So they've got to work out between themselves. Basically.
But you'd be okay with that.
I won't be happy, but like no one
But
would
you
be
just
happy.
said, I'm not involved.
Yeah,
No, I won't be happy, but I say, right, like you guys, you've already got your own relationship, sort it out.
what if she was younger?
Oh, she's what? How much?
how younger?
Like
14.
like 16.
the same age when I met my
10.
I was
Like 16.
Let's say 14.
14.
Like jaw needed wiring and everything.
That would be like
Okay.
a mad issue.
I was so young.
Say it's me when we first all met and whatnot, and then I just
No,
planned on
we
me
beat
because
around
I was
the
like,
bush.
14.
Imani
so-
is 10. The jaw need rewiring. The box was
Nah.
man clean.
That's extreme.
Mayweather Junior. Man. What?
What are you gonna do?
Would you consider breaking up with Daniela?
I would. Because like
That's
to
fair.
to be put in a whole box, a whole slap.
Yeah, come on.
Not even a flick or put a shove.
Like, even when the box happened, the powder come off somewhere. Like, man, dry slap.
The dust.
I'd have to obviously like speak to the child. Speak to the child. Find out how they felt about it, but I think on the whole, I'd kind of like.
How they felt?
For the exit, really. You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
I heard that.
I don't think I would be ever cool with that.
No, same.
Too much.
And I don't really care what they done. Really, I think it would be for me to do.
Okay, so what if I was what if like Daniela was like in my life from younger?
What do you mean, like from
Like-
a baby, like 1 year old or something like that, and she's grown up
Like
with
you've
you,
always known
and
me.
then at
Yeah.
the age of 10.
Are you close with your mum as well? That's a different question as well.
I'm close to my mum.
No, still
Still
man.
man.
10 years old. It's still
Still
young,
man.
innit?
Yeah, still man.
Yeah.
What, does
Still
it,
young.
does it depend on what side it was? Like, if it's the dark side.
I just think that if their parents
If
are
they're
in
at their parents in
life,
their life, yes, mad.
I think that's something that as a person you would have to just go to
Consider.
the father or the mother
Yeah, and
say,
make them
"Look."
discipline them.
Yeah, 100%. I think that
I
would
think
be
so.
the way forward. I don't think it would be right for either one to be like, yeah, I'm just.
So if we could like wrap it up here, would we say that blended families? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a fun thing? Like, what is it?
It's a good thing, but it's definitely there's going to be ups and downs, isn't it?
I think it's a progressive thing. Something that we start somewhere, then it develops, and then it grows, and then things change and things come together, and then some things might separate depending on the age as well. Yeah, different.
I feel like as well. I feel like when you're coming into someone's zone, I feel like I think it's more your duty to make more effort. That's what I think.
I just think that blended families works, but it obviously does heavily depend on the individuals. Heavily, because if you're realizing or you're not realizing that you have to make that effort, you have to make sacrifices and compromise, then the chances are it's not going to work, or it's not going to be a very happy situation. But as long as the adults in particular come in with the right sense of what they need to do, then I think blended families are a beautiful thing.
I agree.
We are a
beautiful thing.
100%.
I am a beautiful thing.
No, for real, because I always used to feel like, the whole stepmom, stepdad thing is long. But I'm a child of both, innit? And I feel like on the side,
No, nigga, you're a child of God.
You right? Shout out my dad up there.
But you know what? I think it really works as well, because even in the first instance when I kind of met Dad, she got a big family, man. So you go to a family function, there's like a bag of people, and you got to remember names, and I think that one who. Even now, some of her family members, she'll say, and I said, oh, which one's that one? All right, boom, boom, boom. But it just takes time, but it works. It works. I think it's a beautiful.
We've got a big family as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we do.
Two together, that's crazy.
And I think we blended real nicely.
The whole carnival gang.
With Dan's family, we blended proper nicely.
When my friends are around and they observe, because they know my family, and when they observe us, they've just got nothing but beautiful things to say. They're just it's just so nice watching the young ones, watching the old ones, and then the little ones, and it's just.
Did it?
The old.
But you tried to mingle with the young ones.
The young ones, man.
Daniela never stopped.
Us.
Over there.
Yeah.
No, but blended family is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think we got compliments about our blended family before we've had.
1,000%.
Yeah, I get compliments all the time. People telling me, I'm part of your family. Begging it. But
it's lit. But like I say, it depends on the individual, because it works on this side, don't work on the other side.
But you know what though? I feel like the other side may not have worked as much as well. Cultural difference as well.
I was going to say that.
cultural difference.
True.
Cultural difference. Do you understand?
True.
So
massive.
You know what I mean? He's white man. And
He's what?
He's a white man.
Oh.
He's Caucasian.
So, but it's not that's a problem. But even
it's just him. I think
but sometimes as well, it's not the connection just not there, innit? Yeah. I've got white friends, do you understand?
And they know how to read.
But it's certain connection. Sometimes you can do too much or too little.
Or an expectation. Him culturally might have a different expectation of children in the house or whatever.
Yeah.
How he does things is different.
I felt like he looks really uncomfortable half of the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe he is.
He looks and seems quite uncomfortable. He wasn't also educated on what to say and what not to say and all these things.
Yeah, I mean it must be hard.
Yeah. He looked nervous. He looks really nervous all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Man looks
our family's got a lot of energy.
No, I can't lie. Our family,
we're big characters. We're big characters and stuff.
Boy, my nan make him.
When
we won't give it to him.
Smoke, it's just smoke on.
24/7.
Come on.
You understand? Even Pops
He's got ammunition, boy.
Grandma. Even it's not just she just one of them people. She's just on smoke. She just always on smoke.
Grandma actually on smoke.
You know,
she's just on smoke.
No, you know.
She speaks her mind. She's one of them OGs.
I don't think my grandma just don't like anyone.
Yeah, she like that. I don't think she likes
me.
Yeah, no, none's like that.
She loves me, boy. Your grandma loves me.
You're set with
smoke.
Yeah.
She don't.
Smoke.
Oh, that's fair. As long as everyone's
She didn't like me neither.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not even a.
She don't like nobody.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a personal thing. It's not a race thing. It's just she's just on smoke.
Nanny only likes you when she's cutting a plate of food in your plate. Nanny loves you that time. They eat up and them things. It's different.
Well, I have a stepmom who I don't ever refer to as stepmom. She's just my dad's wife, just like yours. But I don't know if it's because.
Mum, innit?
Huh?
Oh no, yeah, sorry.
My dad is fully married with but I don't know if I have such a great relationship with her. I mean, for me, I just see her as my dad's companion, someone that's company for my dad. So I'm cool with her just for that, really. But other times, being St. Lucian as well, she just speaks feisty. So it's just like the way how she naturally might speak to me, she's just feisty. So a lot of things that she'll say to me, she'll be like, "You yourself should know." I don't know who she's talking to. But
She sounds South African, isn't it?
Yeah, but did that change as you got older?
no, yeah, but she's just like, she's just rude.
But
so
did that change as you got older though? Now you're older, you know that's just how
no,
she
because
speaks.
yeah, but it's still like she's already burned that bridge a long time ago when I was younger. So when she first tried to come to me feisty and I was younger,
but don't you identify with it now? You're older, like, well, she weren't being feisty then. That's just her thing.
As I got older, I realised that that's how she speaks because I witnessed her having up her elder sister like that as well. You yourself, you're stupid. I was like, oh, she talked to her sister like at her own wedding. I was like, she's
At her wedding too.
Her wedding.
Wow.
her wedding, she was
Can't let her
inviting
be
up her
happy.
sister. I was just like, no, she's too rude.
Yeah, crap.
But I realised that's how she
said, oh, yeah.
speaks. But to me,
Open season.
and then she tried to tell me about me and my dad's relationship as well. And I'm thinking, you don't need to come in and tell me about me and my dad because me and my dad are tight. So whatever opinion you've got that you think I'm going to listen to, I ain't having it. So I was so mad I couldn't even talk to her. I left and then went home and phoned her and told her about herself because I just didn't know what was going to happen.
Be respectful, but
That's grown.
Yeah, 'cause I was so mad.
That's what made me move out.
With
But
how
after
she
I had
thought
the
she
little
was coming
madness,
at
I moved
me,
out straight away.
I said, no, I'm not having none of that. So, but from then she sort of killed the relationship. So it never really
Mended.
never really mended. So I'll go there and I'm cool with her and I talk to her and everything and she can chat. So sometimes she's like background noise, like she's always come back and she's still waffling, but I don't care as long as like she's come back. She's got a relationship with my dad, and and she's nice enough to us and my kids and everything. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, we don't really have no relationship, and she's never gonna be like a stepmom either. She's just like my dad's wife.
Period.
Period.
That's right.
Okay, guys. So I guess it's a wrap.
3-0.